Trevor and I talked about it, and he doesn't think that it has much standing.
Their education,
It has-
business account.
I don't think,
I guess
well,
Well, he found one that has much more coverage, but we'll talk about it.
no.
So anyway, it was fun, it's, you know, it's supposed to be,
check my door.
see, you have to write a lot of checks, and you gotta make sure they're out in time. So everything was mailed the same day the bill came in, I wrote the check in the mail, and then went out.
While we were off.
I don't use it, I haven't paid it yet. I don't know.
All right.
I'm getting another
Please
card.
stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Are you ready to go, Mr. Rick?
That was me that did that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cancel cards. Nice in the park.
6 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Michael Cash,
Present.
Thomas Wood,
Here.
Meg LaFave,
I'm here.
Barb Hebert,
Present.
Charles Costick, James Coffey,
Here.
Rick Collins.
All right, Resolution 32, approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of December 27, 2018 and January 3rd, 2019 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none. All's in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Anything for public comment this evening? Seeing none, moving forward. Resolution 33, abstract 2A-19/18.
Resolved that the abstract of audit of claims number 2A-19, 57,170 for $568,522.98, and abstract 2A-19A, 26 through 47 prepays in the amount of $2,156,667.38, and abstract 2A-18, 2905 to 2930 for $17,504.66, and 504 to 506 prepays in the amount of $2,007.32 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, Hebert, any discussion?
It's your turn.
Any discussion? Seeing none.
I'm sorry.
All's in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 34, disposal of obsolete equipment.
And whereas computers and monitors listed below are no longer functional, and whereas the computers and monitors will be turned over to Building and Grounds for proper disposal, therefore be resolved, the town board is hereby authorized the disposal of said printers and computers, and to be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and department head of Building and Grounds.
Is there a motion? So moved. Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none. All's in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 35, Regal Cinemas license application.
Whereas to comply with the Town of Plattsburgh codes and zoning laws, Rico Cinema has applied for a license to conduct and operate a cinema known as Regal Cinemas located in Champlain Center North in the Town of Plattsburgh. And whereas said application was applied for and received with a license fee of $500. And whereas the code department has completed their inspection and has found Regal Cinemas in compliance with all local laws and New York State regulations and codes. Now therefore be resolved to receive and place on file an application for license to conduct and operate Regal Cinemas. And is further resolved that the town clerk is hereby authorized to issue said license for a period of January 1, 2019 through December 31st, 2019.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion?
So, is this, was there delays on this?
Rick, do you want to talk about the gap?
Oh, but they sent the fee in late, and then when Stevie or Alan went over the first time to inspect it, there was a few things wrong. So they had to get somebody to come back in to redo the exit lights or emergency lights or something like that. And then when they went back, it was all done, so.
Okay, so it wasn't anything serious then?
Rick, is this one that has to go to the corporate office when they get any correspondence? You send correspondence to the
Yeah,
two-
codes and zoning onto it, but in the meantime, the legal department for this had changed hands onto it, and the girl that used to do it wasn't doing it, and it didn't get forwarded to the new person at a different location onto it for the cinema, so it's at a different location now, so,
Okay.
you know, that's what I told her, I said, you know, for next year, somebody should be aware of it a year in advance already, that it wouldn't be lagging for 2 months.
Yeah, because I know you need to do what you have to do, but I noticed the 2 letters were dated in
Yeah.
December, that you
Yeah.
sent out.
Ah,
So you sent it out like December 11th or 12th?
onto it. It went to them, they received it, and then that office that it was addressed to for the legal department, they didn't handle it anymore, it went to some other division now. So it got bounced to that division, and the lady sent, you know, she wanted a whole new thing, so I sent it to her, and in the meantime, Stevie Dallin went over to inspect it, and one of their exit lights or something to do with the emergency lighting wasn't working, so they had to get that repaired, and then they went back to do it again, and in the meantime, I got the check from the corporate headquarters to do it, so.
Okay. And again, it's just a suggestion, maybe the letter can go out sooner.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 36, 2019, Justice Court Contract with Clinton County Sheriff's Department.
As the Town of Plattsburgh Justice Courts has requested authorization for renewal of an annual contract for the Clinton County Sheriff's Department to provide court security services for the town justice courts. And whereas the services are necessary due to the volume and nature of case handled within the court system. Now therefore be resolved, the Town Board, Town of Plattsburgh, upon approval by the town attorney and insurance carrier, is hereby authorized the supervisor to enter into a said contract as attached. And it be further resolved that compensation will be paid at an hourly rate of $33.40 and a time and a half rate of $50.10 be made payable from the 2019 Justice Court budget. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and town justices.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Sosnick, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, any discussion?
Yes, on the hourly rate, does it depend on how much experience they have in terms of, or are we just paying straight this one? Remember, which one does it?
It's the bargaining agreement, Tom,
Yeah,
right?
it's based on the individual that's the respondent for that, so.
Okay, but there's different respondents, so
Correct.
this is in between these
Right.
sometimes, okay.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. And just, the only thing that I will actually add to this conversation, before I let go is, this is something that we have an ongoing conversation with the Sheriff's Department about, so, and it was a request by the judges a number of years to have a bailiff program. I think we're approximately somewhere between the 40th and the 45th busiest court. I mean, there's a lot of activity that goes on down there, so, it's something that they requested a number of years ago, so. All right, Resolution 37, request to attend the annual Codes Enforcement Educational Conference.
Whereas it is in the best interest of town code enforcement officers to remain current and informed concerning changes in regulations, and participating in the annual conference will enable the code officers to earn 24 credits to maintain their licenses. Now therefore be resolved that Stephen Imhoff and Alan Reese, code enforcement officers, be allowed to attend the Northern Adirondack Code Enforcement Officials Association 21st Annual Educational Conference to be held March 3rd through March 8th, 2019 in Lake Placid, New York, and at Crown Plaza Resort and Golf Club. And it be further resolved that $797 each for the conference fees, and lodging and meals will be charged to the codes and zoning budget, as so noted. And be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and code enforcement officers.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any conversation or discussion?
Is Drew, he's received all of his certifications?
Yeah,
Is
at
it
this,
ready to go?
at this time, Steve felt that this was not something that Drew needed.
Okay.
But we may be looking at him going next year. So,
Probably the three of them next year.
okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 38, emergency planning for constituents requiring oxygen assistance during power outages.
As Clinton County Multi-Agency Coordination Group, including CCHD, Clinton County Emergency Service, UVM, CPPH, and many other local agencies have identified the need for emergency power during outages for oxygen concentrators that may need temporarily charged in the municipality. And whereas during significant power outages, the town of Plattsburgh has a backup generator that powers the town hall. And whereas CCEH and CCHD have asked to identify possible locations in the building, whereas the town of Plattsburgh residents with oxygen concentrators could temporarily transport and charge their concentrators there. Now therefore be resolved, town of Plattsburgh will work with Clinton County Multi-Agency Coordination Group to be an emergency site, and to be further resolved, a copy of this resolution be forwarded to the Clinton County Department of Health and Clinton County Emergency Services.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Caustic, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave. I wanna just give you a little, sense for this and why, this came to the attention. I think we work, in concert with our volunteer firefighters and, our EMS groups and all these other agencies, really that are inclusive of it. Over the last year or so, we had that really bad windstorm, and, you know, there were multiple things that they learned through that. This is one of the things that, became a driving force, and if you look around in our building, it's fairly handicap accessible in the sense of being able to get people in and out easily. We have a large space, so what they'll do is be able to put this in the binders, so anybody that's working that evening can simply turn to and say, Town of Plattsburgh is one of those sites that they could rely on, okay? So,
And I had a fairly lengthy conversation with Eric Day regarding this too. And part of the thought process here is to, during one of those emergencies, remove some of the strain and excess use of the emergency medical services field. What happened in that particular incident is numerous ambulances were tied up to try to get oxygen to people, where if we could get the people to a building like this as power, you're not gonna tie up those, you know, those valuable resources.
So it would actually be bringing the people here?
yes.
Yes, to
Yep.
charge those concentrators.
And who would have access to the building?
We are still working on the details. Basically, we identified the zone, and then we'll work through the logistics of it. Really, the idea is not for a long term. I mean, it's for temporary care. During the windstorm, I think there was one individual in our town that was on dialysis. There was another individual that was on oxygen, and that was just our town alone. So really, it's just the quick, we don't have power, but we have a generator. Where can we get them so that we can look for the long-term solution for things? Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 39, codes zoning department purchase request for new truck.
Whereas the town approved the purchase of one new 2019 Ford F-150 truck in the amount of $28,742.56 to be used by the town codes and zoning department by Oneida Automotive Group, 1476 Genesee Street, Oneida, New York, 13421, on October 18, 2018 by resolution 18-261. And whereas upon inspection of the truck at the time of delivery, it was determined that the model was not correct, and subsequently, Alan Rees, Code and Zoning Enforcement Officer, did not accept delivery of the truck, and the purchase order was canceled. And whereas Steve Imhoff, Code and Zoning Enforcement Official, has complied with New York State Office of General Services procurement requirements for vehicle acquisition by the completion of competitive mini bid process executed via New York State Vehicle Marketplace. And whereas Mr. Imhoff is requesting permission to purchase one new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT truck in the amount of $31,995.90 to be used by the Town of Plattsburgh Codes and Zoning Department pursuant to above purchase group contract number 40451, award number 22898, in the amount not to exceed $31,995.90. That it be further resolved that the town board does hereby grant permission to Mr. Imhoff to order said truck, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign any and all related documents required to the purchase. And it be further resolved that the purchase of the 2019 Ford 150 XLT truck from Riley Ford Incorporated, Route 9, Shoise, New York, 12921, in the amount of $31,995.90 be approved. And to be further resolved, that payment for said purchase be made payable from the 2018 budget equipment capital outlay account, and that a copy of this resolution be given to Mr. Steenbeimhoff, town clerk, and the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, any discussion?
Oh, was it supposed to be an XLT? Wow.
Yes, it was supposed to be an SLT.
The short of it, Tom, was the individual that received the mini bid, said on paper that they would respond the way that they should have. Upon delivery of the truck, it was a different truck, and also, many of the other features of that truck, were not true and accurate, so Alan rejected the truck.
So the F-150 truck wasn't the same as the F-150 XLT?
No,
No.
so,
Oh,
upon
we authorized which one?
the one that they're now going out again for,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's why it's 3,000.
Yeah, I mean, the part that was really frustrating, and I'll be somewhat sensitive to it, is supposedly this has happened multiple times with some of the organizations, is they get something on paper, they bid it out, then they try to deliver something that may or may not be at the bid spec of what was agreed upon. So it wastes time and energy, but the problem is, you then have to go through part of the process.
Are those particular ones that we could drop from?
Fortunately, we don't do this all the time, but, Steve is now aware of this particular case, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're purchasing other trucks for other departments, so.
Yep, no, it's,
It was good that Alan was as aware
I'm
as
just gonna
he
say,
was.
yeah,
It
you
just
caught that.
goes to show our team is just on the ball with
Yeah.
just about everything.
Yep.
Or at least be able to speak
Even when
up.
it's not directly related to them.
Yep.
This
Yeah,
wasn't
they-
his-
they
this
definitely
wasn't
look at
his
the punch
truck
list.
He was signing for,
Yeah.
and still he went through the list and made sure that it was
Yeah,
right.
Alan will do something like that, so.
all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So carries. Resolution 40, request to attend the annual GFOA conference.
Whereas it is the best interest of the town and county department to update technical knowledge and new regulations informing regarding government finance. Now therefore be resolved that Patrick Bowen of the accounting department will be allowed to attend the New York State GFOA conference to be held March 26th through March 29th in Albany, New York. And be further resolved that $375 for lodging and $200 for registration, including meals, and $310 for pre-conference seminars to be charged to the accounting department budget account. And to be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion?
Yeah, I don't quite get the pre-conference seminars, we're paying, people have to pay a registration fee for all the seminars, but then we have to pay another amount that's higher for pre-registration, or pre-conference seminars? Is this like the conference is 1 day or 2 days, and then the other day is, we're sending down for extra?
There's the membership, the pre-conference, and then the annual conference.
Okay, so
Because there's multiple seminars through it, so Patrick's participating for the full thing.
Okay, so the conference actually starts the day after, and then there's this
Correct.
pre-conference
Right.
seminars
Correct.
that he's gonna go to at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I just
He's
wondered
ta-
why the section extra.
He's
fee.
taking advantage of some of the additional, training opportunities, rather than doing two different conferences,
Mhm.
at another time that might provide some of the same material, or similar material. He's able to do it between the March 26th and 29th in one fall swoop.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 41, 2019 agreement with New York National Guard for training on town property.
As the Department of the Army, Company B, 2nd Battalion, 108th Infantry, New York Army National Guard has requested the use of certain land situated on the northerly side of the Jennings Road in the town of Plattsburgh for several occasions in 2019 for the purpose of training exercises. Now therefore be resolved, the proposed property use agreement entered into between the town of Plattsburgh and the Department of Army Company B, 2nd Battalion, 108th Infantry, New York Army National Guard, and a copy of which to is annexed, hereto is made part thereof, and is hereby accepted by the town of Plattsburgh.
Is there a motion?
So,
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Hebert. This is a follow-up item, as I had talked to you folks a while ago. We got a number of requests last year for them to potentially use this site for training, rather than doing multiple resolutions because of the administrative, just the timing sometimes to get those was really tough. So this will do a coverall, and then they'll still need to notice us.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it just, it's really helpful for them.
Yeah, okay, so you're feeling comfortable, there are no dates, just a several
No, that,
occasions?
we wanted it no date,
Okay.
because that was a problem,
Okay,
so.
that's what I wanted.
The other thing too, I would just
Clarity.
add, I think it's implicit, but also this resolution is authorizing Michael to enter into the contract.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh,
So
all right,
the process will be, they'll sign this, and then they will still have to notify the town.
Okay,
There will still be
makes
that
sense.
responsibility.
yeah, I just need
And at
clar-
any time, we feel as though that it's not working,
Yeah.
then we stop.
Okay, well, that's, I just
So-
needed clarification on several occasions, so that's why.
There shouldn't be any changes to the land or the.
Nope.
No,
or the-
they're pretty good at notifying us what they're gonna do too.
Okay.
The types of activities aren't gonna change.
is it possible to put something on the town website, the dates that they're gonna do that? Just, I mean, I realized in the past they haven't used,
I can try
Yeah.
to work with Ricky, with the notification if they get them to us, and then we can get them to, that.
I just think it's good to get the word out there if we can.
Yeah,
That
that's
way
where I was
people-
coming.
People see the activity.
Yeah.
Sure. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Going back, our esteemed lawyer has mentioned something that I didn't catch on the previous one. Chesterton conference on the authorization travel date, the date's the same, return date and departure date. So that would be changed for
All right. Resolution 42, agreement with the National Research Group.
Whereas a representative of the city of Plattsburgh has advised the representatives of the town of their intention to annex a certain piece of land located in the town of Plattsburgh. Whereas the representatives of the town are desirous in having an open discussion regarding this matter that will involve all of the stakeholders. And whereas the town board is desirous to advertise regulations in various aspects of the annexation process. And whereas the National Research Group Incorporated has considerable expertise in this matter. Now therefore be resolved that Michael Cashman, supervisor of the town of Plattsburgh, and James J. Coffey, town attorney for the town of Plattsburgh, are hereby authorized to enter into agreements with the National Research Group Incorporated for the purpose of assisting the town board and its representatives concerning various aspects of the annexation process. It will be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So move.
Costick. Is there a second?
Second,
Hebert. Any discussion?
Don't we have lawyers there?
They are. They're not lawyers. This is a research
This is the
group.
research.
Because annexation doesn't occur every day. So it's making sure that all the paperwork and the procedural part of it is followed accurately.
Okay.
Yep.
So, we're gonna be advised regarding the.
If we have an issue that comes up and we want case law, we want some procedural thing, we can call them, they'll consult with them, that type of thing.
Right.
I've used them for probably 20 years with other clients, so.
All right. Anything further? do you have anything on this, Meg?
No.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 43, a request to purchase a Volvo L 110H front-end loader.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh provides services and maintenance along town streets, roads, highways, and other public places in the town. Whereas the department's 2008 John Deere front-end loader can be traded in towards the purchase of the new Volvo L 110H front-end loader, and Tim Dubray, Highway Superintendent, has requested the authorization to purchase one. Whereas Mr. Dubray has received the NJPA contracting price quote 032515 for the purchase of the front-end loader with a total estimate cost with trade-in of $157,039. Now therefore be resolved, the town board approve the purchase as recommended by the highway superintendent, and the supervisors authorized to sign any and all related documents required for said purchase of equipment. And to be further resolved, that payment be made payable from the highway budget equipment capital account out. Purchase from capital outlay account, VA 5130-2000 account. And to be further resolved that a copy of this be given to the finance manager, highway superintendent, and Cool Insurance.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion?
Does this have a backhoe too? It's just front, front end loader.
Well, that one, yeah. But there was a good discount on this, Tom.
What's that?
I think
Maybe
Tim had
because
talked
it
us,
didn't have the back.
there was a discount?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. I don't see any reason to go into an executive session that I know of, but I did want to make a couple of quick statements. I did have a question for Ricky too. My two statements that I wanted to make was first and foremost about the mausoleum. A number of people have contacted me over the last couple of days regarding the mausoleum. If you were to go to that facility, there's a significant, and I truly mean a significant amount of water on the floor. It is believed by some that there is a leak in the roof. And then there are some that believe that the amount of water or the condensation on the glass and then the warming is contributing to that. The long and short of it is, I remind folks, is we are not in charge. It's still in state receivership. They have been notified, and we are doing our due diligence to continue to follow up with them. So I want to make sure that the public knows that Connie Goddard is aware of it, that they're working through it. So if you do hear from anybody that has concerns, they certainly can reach out to her directly. But again, we are not able to go in and address the situation because it's not something that we're controlling right now, okay? So,
When you say there are some people who believe one thing and some people who believe another, who are those people? Like
Connie is,
experts or just people who are calling us?
Connie is working with the folks that have done the construction and et cetera, and we didn't get into the weeds on who's doing what, because we're not gonna make the determination on that, so.
Was this brought to your attention like just this week, or?
No, I had mentioned something previous, that
Okay.
this is probably the second or third notification, that they had received, but the last couple of days,
It came
it
to-
was really,
There's water there.
really substantial.
Yes.
So just an FYI.
And they were just about finished in
Just
there.
stop.
Yeah, I mean, but this is really kind of, I think, the first winter that they were going through it, so.
Well, I know, but we wanna make sure we don't accept it unless they.
Oh, exactly. I mean, that's why I'm not worried about that part, Tom.
Okay.
I'm worried about making sure that it's communicated to them, though, what's going on.
Yeah.
So, the other quick, very quick item, and I think this is just worth noting. I know that we're a hardy bunch here in the North Country, but yesterday we had one of those just episodes where flash freezing and things like that. When we are experiencing that, I just would strongly encourage people to remind folks, don't be on the roads unless you have to. Office of Emergency Management said that there was approximately 100 cars on the road, off the road within the first hour. So I wanna applaud Tim's crew though, and I use them as an example. These very heavy pieces of equipment, you know, were still sliding all over the road. And it doesn't matter if there's 6 feet of snow or it's glaring ice, these guys are out there trying to serve and protect the community along with all of our first responders, so. And then I had a question, Ricky, that,
Yeah, the other thing about that is that people were driving way too fast.
Yeah.
I know some people are going by 50, 60 miles an hour on this black ice. So people have to slow down when it's like that.
Ricky, we're leaving for Association of Towns, I believe it's next Sunday. What are you doing to cover your office, and what's the update on the deputy?
There's no update on the deputy.
Okay,
I haven't heard anything from Clinton County onto it, that was posted with them onto it. And I've told the other codes and zoning and planning is gonna hold the money and then give it to Pat, and Pat will give it to me when I come back on Thursday.
so I guess my question is, have we put in, I mean, all the other types of positions, we've done some ads in the newspaper, has an ad gone into the Press Republican yet?
No, I haven't done it because I had to do it with the county for 30 days. That was part of the state law onto it, to post it with the county onto it. After the county, if the county posted it and they didn't have any response to send people to me, then I'll post an ad in the paper.
Okay, so. All right.
Could Jackie keep your office open while you're gone?
No, she's not a deputy anymore.
Could you make her a deputy?
No. She can't do it because all of for the Brown's funeral home or any of that legal stuff, she can't sign.
Well, who's gonna sign if the office is closed?
Nobody.
So
I
she could
told,
just,
well,
so she could do
Sylvia,
the office
if
and
they
just
have
not
a
sign
death
those?
certificate, if they have a death certificate or something, it'll go to Sylvia, and Sylvia will send it to me when I get back, like
So-
I do for her.
Okay, but, so, if that's not gonna happen anyway, Jackie could keep your office open and just not do those things. But she could be there to serve the public when they come in.
Well, that's, you know, that's, whatever. You guys are, you know, I don't wanna get into it, so.
Well, I'm just offering a
Yeah.
suggestion. I know Jackie's been in there before, she's right next door.
I don't know, I just want to know what the general plan was.
Well, I
so.
had made arrangements with the other offices to do that with Pat, so.
Well, let's get some general postings, because we can put it on our, let's make sure it's on our webpage and stuff like that, so, minimally there. All right, is there a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second?
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Adjournment at 6:31.
Gee, plenty of time to go. I'm tired tonight.
Drive safe, everyone,
Sing in the car.
Huh?
You can
because
sing in the car.
I think we're supposed to.
There you go, yeah, yes, I could, just to keep in shape, right?
Yeah, of course.
Same kind of weather, but with wind or something.
Oh, dear. The only problem with that is that, everything's correct, the way you sing, and the notes, and the timing. Whereas I would think a lot of money.
Ricky, take it easy.
Yeah, see you, Chuck.